Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, whichever is currently applicable in your time zone. I am Max, and this time I will be talking to you about simple mining setups that you could use using simple signals, signal readers, etc. We will be setting up remote mining instead of local mining. As you can see, we can easily make things that mine around our base without any problems, but one of the common problems that new players face is that they are running out of resources and have problems moving, for example, resources from this patch all the way back to the base. So let us talk about that. First, let us add a storage block so we have somewhere to put items in. Now, first things first, let us clean this up a bit, and let's grab small power field. We will start by creating a small command bot, or basically a bot which whole function is to be a waypoint for others. Let's grab this one, and let's give it a portable radar. This way, our bot will be able to move to the nearest resource of interest. This is a miner bot, so let us add search filter to search for minables. And we will set up to mine metal ore. Now let us link the visual register, I've set it to infinite, to search filter, and we will be finding nearest metal. Now let us copy that to signal, so our miners will later on know what to mine, and we will move it also to move to. This way, our commander, target nearest resource we have to move to. This way, our commander will move to the nearest metal ore patch that it can find. As we are using simple signals, it does have a problem of getting too close to the resource. Keep that in mind. However, this is not a problem that we will have now, or we will bother about that now. Second, let us add to that commander some sort of transporter. So let's grab a single scout. I will add transport route. I will set source as a commander and destination as our storage block. Now, whenever there are items in our commander, our scout will move them all the way to the storage blocks. So, we have a hauler. Let's go far away with that. But we don't have power. How can we fix that? Well, quite simple. Let's get a worker and let's give it a power plant. In this case, we will be using solar cell. To make it more reliable and longer performing, I will also add capacitor as a battery. It is not going to be sufficient, but should help mitigate the problem of low power during the night. So, we added a worker with a power plant, and we use go to the commander. As our commander has a large power grid, well, relatively large power grid using small power field, we will not need additional power grid modules on our power generators. If you are using or mining crystal in this team, I recommend using crystal power generators instead. They are much more powerful for the size they are. However, as this one is mining metal, I'm afraid this one will be better off mining using solar. And finally, let us make a miner itself, and we will make a bit more complex setup. First, let me grab a signal reader and a miner. This will be our miner. What we will now do is I will copy go to register to the store register. It will basically follow go to unit and store everything it mines once it is mined in the same unit. We will also select the go to and read a signal of that unit. And once we read the signal, we will know what to mine. And we will also show outside what we are mining. Let us call it miner 1. I will save it now, just to make it easier to copy. Let us first see how it works. We have a commander, so let's drag go to register to that commander. You will see now that our miner is looking for the nearest metal ore. It will mine until it is full. Let me quickly help him by filling him up. Then it is going all the way to the commander. And is mining again nearest metal ore. Now he thought he is full because our miner basically filled him up. But okay, why did we bother with all of these links if, well, we can set them up manually? Robotics Facility can utilize rally points. So let us set the rally point of to our commander and build another miner. We're using exactly the same design that we've copied. What we will see now is that our miner will automatically look for the nearest metal. It read what it needs to mine. Well, it found nearer one piece of metal much closer to where it was, and once it's full, again, it will go to the commander to unload. Notably, it acts a bit odd when we're talking about mining near existing resource patches. However, when there is no resource, it will basically go to the commander. Let us make quickly second commander using basically the same design. Unfortunately, we need to make some more components that we don't have yet. And let us set to crystal. Let's go to near crystal chunk. Let us make one. Power supply. This power supply is a bit more complex. It can keep our miner in range, and that is the topic of a different video, how to use behaviors, how to improve upon that, but the idea is the same. We're basically setting up the move to command, and it's going near our commander. However, the key highlight is that the same miner design, our same miner 1 that can read signals, can be linked up with Crystal Commander without many problems, and instead of mining metal, it will automatically find out that it needs to mine crystal. It didn't find any crystal nearby, so it's going to the commander. It found some crystal en route, dropped it, and is mining. This is quite simple mining method, but should work well enough, especially early on in the design. And notably, it doesn't require much behavior control, even though it has few problems. Primary problem is that it's getting too close to the crystal chunks. The secondary problem is that our cargo transports will grab basically any amount they have at the time. Notably, what you may see is that whenever power cuts off for whatever reason, the mining process will stop for some time or get much slower. During that process, the first thing that a miner will do is to drop the current amount of ores it has to the commander. However, these elements are secondary, as the basic system is working well enough and is quite simple, using just portable radars and signal readers. Now, first things first, well, or rather, one more thing. The thing that is using is only basic signals. This setup is using no elements more difficult than basic signals from the perspective of logic. It does, however, use basic power, specifically small power field, and power transference, specifically solar cells, just to make it more robust. When mining crystal, basic power with crystal power is far sufficient. These are, however, basics of remote mining using signals. I hope it will be of use. Have a great day, and farewell.